a box at the front of the traffic lights was the be-all and end-all for cycling, who now are winning international awards, are at the cutting edge of national cycling and walking, design and scheme willingness, and have pushed through amazing stuff. They won't turn around and say, I've been on this journey. They will say, well, I always thought that cycling and walking was really important. And maybe they did, maybe they didn't, but to my view, from where I've sat, they've been on a journey. There are shopkeepers in Orford Road, there are shopkeepers all over Walthamstow who are very positive about their trading positions. And you try and say to them, well, you were really negative before, what's changed your mind? I wasn't really negative before. It's really hard to get people to say that.
Simon, I'm going to pause you. Okay. We have 10 minutes left. Sebastian needs to ask his question. Are you sure? Marvellous. We had been going to break up into small groups, and I just took the decision that we were having a really good conversation, so I've let it run, and I hope no one is really upset about not having broken into smaller groups. But I just wanted to say that now, before the last sort of... So we've got just 10 minutes left. Do we have any more questions in the audience? I thought Sebastian was going to raise some. We have one from Anita and then one from Sue.
Just a very minor thing. There is a Islington Council keeps putting parking spaces all over the place, which obviously attracts cars. They make a huge amount of money from it. So all of that seems to disappear from all the discussions.
I don't think they do make a huge amount of money from it.
Yeah,
They do make quite a lot.
I suspect it's quite cheap, isn't it?
They don't charge that much. They charge an awful lot more for a bike hanger. A bike hanger space is £104 a year for a space in a bike hanger in Islington, and you can get.
Residence parking?
Well, this is bike hanger parking,
yeah.
And when you compare that, so that's £624 per half a car parking bay. That's an awful lot more than they're making out of cars, but they still do make a decent chunk of money out of cars, which funds things like the Freedom Pass for people who are over 60.
The actual value of the space.
It doesn't.
Because if it's £50 a year to park your car outside your house, it's not really £50 a year to have that space. It's probably thousands.
Sorry, Claudia Webb from the council in charge of transport. She will say you make, I can't remember the amount now, but she will put that in the newspaper. It is supposed.
No, but if you've got too many parking spaces, the marginal benefit of a new parking space is zero.
So you tell me why they keep adding it.
That is the thing, is that I'm sure Islington is not that different from Camden, is that there are more residence parking spaces than are required. Hackney, there's a campaign in Hackney, you might have heard of it, on some quite fun things, is that she took out a residence parking permit and she put a park in it. She actually, so she used it to make the size of a parking space to make a little park, which the council objected to and made her move on. Then she put it somewhere else, and then put it somewhere else again. And now Tower Hamlets have said they want it. So now Hackney have said, oh, you can come back with your park. So it's actually a way of, in a nice way of showing how ludicrous it is to have these empty spaces that are there that could be used for something that are much more for the community.
Brenda, the visitors book and,
That's right,
and a bench.
Absolutely,
And,
exactly,
people met there for dates. It was wonderful. I opened it.
Oh, did you? Oh, brilliant. Great.
I think it's also like, in a way, councils are like small businesses in that respect, that they're at subsistence level, the cuts are so deep, that they're panicking about every lost pound. And I think they stop seeing the bigger picture.
Yeah.
They have all these policies about active travel, about air, about, every community occasion, etc. But they can't get away from, and I'm not pointing the finger very pointedly, I'm not pointing the finger at this particular council, but they can't get away from that addiction to the car parking. But the simple answer is that addiction to the car parking is stopping them from doing a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
So at some point they are going to have to get over that and move on.
Just following on from what Simon said, what we're really looking at here is a serious culture change, a way how we perceive our streets and what we do with it. In Walthamstow Village, 2.5 years ago, people said, you can't close these streets, we're not Amsterdam, we're a different culture. A year later, the streets were closed. Somebody in Bath was saying, hey, we're thinking of closing a couple of streets in the town centre. And the response came back, we're not Walthamstow Village. So quickly, actually, you've got some bravery, got some wisdom, you better just go for it.
Okay, we've got one question
Well,
from
I'm
Sue.
ready to move on. Do you get on well enough with the Labour person in the next bit of the ward in your Highbury Diamond that they might support this vision?
Well, what I am hoping is that if, and I got elected by 8 votes last time, so if I get re-elected, it is not a done deal, and if Ernie and Benally get elected in Highbury East as well, then I would be very keen to work with whoever gets elected in Highbury West to try and make this happen, and also to think about Blackstock Road, because that is a road Transport for London told me while I was doing a rapporteurship on hostile streets, which was mainly in outer London, but they told me that they're very keen for 20 miles an hour on main roads, which we already have in Islington, but what they want is to have measures on those roads so that the people who are driving there read them as 20 mph places. And so I'm waiting for Transport for London to tell me what a 20 mph self-enforcing main road looks like, and whatever they say, we will do for Blackstock Road and try and make it an exemplar project. I think we could do an awful lot with more zebra crossings, more changing making the crossing distance across side roads shorter by squaring up junctions, kind of widening some pavements, making sure that cycling is really safe and protected. And things like what are called Copenhagen crossings, which are where the pavement keeps going across the side road. So you make it into a place that really feels good for walking and cycling. You maybe put in bus stop bypasses, and you just kind of make it feel less like a racetrack and more like a place where people live and work and walk and go to the shops and ride their bikes and stuff like that. So that would be the ambition, and the only way to do it is to work cross-party and work together. So, Chris,
do you know that the citizens' movement for development plans? Because the only one in Islington is in Finsbury Park. It's
yes,
ongoing.
I've met them.
They may be able to link together on this with you.
That's a really good idea, and I have met them.
They're crossing Camden. They're crossing into 3.
Yeah, they've got
Islington, Camden,
Islington and Hackney and Haringey. It's Islington, Hackney and Haringey. Do we have any other?
Last one.
Yeah.
Just a sign of where the buses stop, just to turn the engines off.
Oh, when they're resting.
When you're at TfL, just say, bus stop, please turn the engine off. I mean, just to remind the drivers themselves that you just forget.
They are meant to. But yeah, very good point. Obi.
Yeah, I used to actually own a plumbing shop in Lewisham, Sydenham, and also, I live in Barnet right now. But then we're trying to actually find out about businesses that actually have customers like in my field, which is construction, and most everyone actually are white van men. And in the shop we had, it's like once they get a ticket, that's it. They're never coming back to your shop again. But then in Barnet, we're trying to find out actually who actually uses the parking spaces in, say, the high street. Is it actually people going there to go to the shop, buy something, get out, drive off, or are they actually sitting there for 4 hours out of the day? And we do find actually that it seems to be a case more of people going. Park in the high street and that's it. Then they actually leave, go somewhere else for about 4 hours at a time, which is not actually helpful for the small businesses in the area. So I just wanted to actually put that out there. I don't cycle. I mainly use the train to actually get to work. But maybe at some point I will. But I'm actually unlikely.
I think one of these that I keep talking to other councillors about. So Walker Forest with Leeward Roads. This is a massive, 4-kilometre long road. A significant section of which is small businesses, and it's exactly the kind of small business that actually do need, like plums, merchants, things like that, do need parking. And what they did, which was brilliant, and Paul started to explain, is that they not only went and asked the businesses, the first thing they did was they said, what proportion of customers arrive by car, by van, what's your servicing needs, how often do you people arrive to deliver stuff to you, things like that. They then went back, they went and said to the customers, how did you actually arrive? But then they also went back and they watched the bays. They took one step further, they watched a lot of the bays along the road, and they said, what is that vehicle out there? It's been out there for 2 hours, what is it? And so they really worked up a picture of the genuine needs of the businesses along Leibridge Road. One of the reasons why Leibridge Road, the businesses have not gone on a spree, an anti-Green Holland spree, whereas the ones in Green Lanes have, in the Enfield scheme, is partly because the council really sat down and worked with the businesses and said, well, what genuinely what do you need? And one of the things they found is an awful lot of businesses, the owner of the business would come along in the morning, drop off whatever they needed for the day, and park their van outside, and then leave it there. And so what you were having was what was being claimed as absolutely needed for customers. Well, firstly, we established that what you said was your customer base, 60-70% of people arriving was actually 20%. And secondly, what we realised was that parking bay that you said was being used, it's being used by you to park around the corner.
Okay, it is past. We need to come to an end. We're going to be... Sebastian, are you leading the way to the pub, or are you disappearing? Disappearing, okay. Is someone going to lead the way to the pub? No? Finale? No. Oh, okay. I can. I will then. Sorry, are we not... You're not. Okay, very good. Yes, could we please thank everyone who has been... I hope that is going to spark a conversation in Islington. I hope, and I hope it's been useful for Camden, cross-pollination of campaigning ways of doing things.
Great, absolutely.
Very good. So, the pub that is traditional to go to...
Thank you, guys.
Is there anyone...